Hermione Kitson. Hermione, Italy has turned out to be one of the disaster stories, disaster focus points of all this. Is the government saying, is there an understanding now of what went wrong there?
Health authorities believe that perhaps the virus was in circulation for quite some time before it was actually detected. It then spread very, very quickly in the densely populated area of the north in the region of Lombardia. And while that region of Lombardia was quickly declared a red zone, it was quickly locked down, the rest of the country wasn't. So people started to travel from the north into the centre and then down into the south of the country, potentially spreading the virus. So perhaps that national lockdown could have come into effect sooner. Another element that comes into play when talking about Italy's high mortality rate is Italy's ageing population. We have Europe's oldest population, and the average age of coronavirus victims here is 80 years old. So a lot of people in that very high risk category.
And so, Hermione, now that this lockdown has fully taken effect, how are the medical services, the healthcare services, and the rest of the country doing? Do they feel that the situation has crested?
The healthcare system here really is struggling. It's overwhelmed. It's a breaking point. There are makeshift hospital wards that are spilling out into car parks, into warehouses. Those on the front line, those medical staff on the front line say they'd really never have seen anything like it before in Italy. They describe the situation like a war zone, and they say they're really struggling to keep up with demand. The government here has had to put into service 10,000 student doctors 9 months before they're actually due to graduate, just in a bid to boost capacity. So this is the second week of lockdown. We're hoping that we will see the effects in terms of the number of cases in the next few days. It's hoped the spike we've seen in the last 24 hours could be the peak that we were waiting for, and that we will see the slowdown in the rate of infections in the next few days. But if we don't see a slowdown, this lockdown will have to continue.
We are all watching and certainly hoping for the very best in each one of these countries. Hermione, thank you. And so thank you again to Patrick Falk, to Bruce Harrison, and to Hermione Kitson. Their experience is what many people are looking